Welcome to the Risk Forever channel, guys, the channel which shares the most relevant tips and tricks on how to win at Risk and improve your rank in no time. Subscribe to the channel and you won't even see how fast you will become so much better at Risk. Push that notification bell to see new videos first. This is your host Champion Ever, and today we are playing 6-player progressive card game on classic Risk map. Settings: alliances off, balanced blitz dice rolls in 60 seconds per turn. This time I'm playing against one novice rank player who is green, 2 beginner rank players who are orange and purple, 1 master rank player who is yellow, and even 1 grandmaster rank player who is blue. Wow! As always, wish me best of luck, guys. Select one of the players and root for them. This game is with my subscribers, by the way. I host weekly 6-player progressive card subscriber games on Sundays in the Risk Forever Discord server, so in case you want to join and participate as well, I will leave the link in the comments section down below. Also in our server we have ongoing friendly competition which is called My League. The Discord members play against each other in friendly matches, report the results and compete in a brand server's leaderboard which is made of the Risk Forever server members only. So if you're bored of playing online matches with random players and want some real deal competition, then feel free to join the My League as well. All the info on how to sign up and participate is in the Discord server. But that's enough of promotion, let's focus on the game. As you probably already know, that one of the most important things in progressive card games is to be spread out well enough to have your troops in multiple different places of the map, so it will be way harder to take you out. Players' troops/armies start to block each other, so you become blocked from some specific players, and it becomes impossible for them to take you out. For example, some very good spots to have your troops in could be Australia, South America or the bottom of Africa. Of course, if you see that some players are going for these continents, then it's better to move your troops out, as otherwise they will be crushed. But if you see that you play with smart players who don't value the continents in 6-player progressive card games as the best thing, then it will be very useful for you to have some troops in my mentioned places. So as you can see, I'm very happy of having some troops in Australia. It makes me to be harder accessible for the players who don't have any troops near, for example the yellow player. And it would be so great if, let's say, the purple player would decide to build a bigger army on the Siam territory. It would be like a shield for me and the remaining Australian players, which would guard against others. Also, another great place is in South America. Green and yellow players should really enjoy having some of the troops over here. As you can see, their troops are being protected from the other players by the army of blue in Venezuela, and another army of mine in North Africa, so that really makes the green and yellow players be way harder accessible by the orange and purple players. And I see there's another really great spot in the bottom of Africa. Look, the blue player is really enjoying by having some troops over here, as he is being guarded by 2 other players' armies, by the 10 troops of mine, and the 5 troops of purple. So that's another great spot for blue. He is being protected against 3 different players, yellow, green and orange. Talking in overall, I would say that the blue player has the best troop placement of us all and has the least chances of getting eliminated soon. The blue player troops are located in even 5 different continents: South America, Europe, Africa, Asia and Australia. I do not complain about my situation as well, even though it doesn't look too good. Yes, I have my troops in 4 different continents, but my African and European armies are very close to each other, so basically that makes 1 spot for them instead of 2, and my 3 troops in Asia are not very blocked by other players. In the way from my African army to the Asian one, there are no players' troops in between. The distance is basically made of ones, meaning that if you're accessible to take down the African army, you will be able to get to these 3 troops in Asia easily as well, and vice versa, as long as you have enough troops. So to sum everything up, even though I have my troops in 4 different places, it's really more only 2 places if we take their location into account, on how they are easy accessible or reachable from one to another. Talking about the yellow player, he has his troops in 3 different places, or practically in 2 only, since his troops in North America and Asia are not being separated by any armies at all, if we don't take into the account these two troops of Orange in Kamchatka. The yellow player has a very nice spot in South America, but it seems he doesn't add any of his troops there at all. So if these two territories will be wiped out from here, then the yellow player will really be in a tough position. He will be very easily accessible to be taken out by a lot of the players, basically anyone. I'm not really sure why is he splitting his troops to 3 different armies in North America. Well, maybe he wants to capture it, but it should be obvious that nobody will let him do that, or unless wastes troops by taking down green and purple armies. Well, the green player has just moved out by blitzing 6 troops of blue, which probably wasn't the best decision, as you don't want to make yourself and other players weaker and at the same time making them easier to be taken out for other players. But whatever, what I mean by talking about the yellow player is that isn't very effective to have your troops split in a few different armies in the same exact spot. That makes your troops way more ineffective, as you won't be really able to use them properly. Let's say you noticed an easy kill somewhere in the map, but since you're 3 armies in the same exact place, then most likely you will be able to use only one of them to get there, and at the same time you will only be able to use the third of your troops, so you might not get that kill. So in case you end up of having your troops in only one place, then rather combine them into one big army, even though you will still be easily accessible to anyone, but at least you might be able to take someone out as well, having an army which could use its full potential when it comes to attacking, of effectively using all of your troops. And OMG guys! The blue player has just crushed one of my armies. Naughty. Well, he probably was looking forward to take me out and got a bad blitz roll. But I mean, it would have been very risky to take me out anyways, way too risky in my opinion. His African army was made of 34 troops, and if he had chosen the best way to take down the rest of my armies with him, without splitting his army, by firstly clearing out the troops from Africa, then going to Europe to take down my 8 troops, then blitzing my 19 troops army and finally going to blitz my 5 troops in Asia, then it would have been even 46 troops in total combined, which he would needed to take down. So I think even if he had successfully taken down my Australian troops, I think it would have been very unlikely for him to take down the rest of the troops, having only 34 troops army anyways. So yeah. Anyways, at this point I was considering to take the green player out, but since the purple player didn't move his troops back, I decided not to. Probably I could have still gone for green, but I don't know. I don't really know whether it would have been a great idea. To be honest, I really regretting by moving my army from the North Africa territory back then. I fortified it to the Middle East territory so I would be easier accessible to the orange player and at the same being not that much blocked. But who could knew that the orange player would have gotten that lucky to get a set at 3 cards. So yeah, as you can see at the end I end up of not taking anyone out. The green player had successfully survived, and it could have been questionable whether it would have been a great decision for me to try taking him out while at the same time crushing 14 troops of purple. But when it comes to the yellow player, I think he really missed the opportunity to take him out. Differently than me, he wouldn't have needed to crush to any other player's bigger armies, meaning that he wouldn't have wasted additional troops and wouldn't have made another player as an easy target to be taken out for their cards. The green player was a very easy and accessible target for the yellow player, so I'm not sure why the yellow player didn't take that opportunity. So yeah, I just combined my 2 armies over here into the one, as there's really no purpose to have 2 different armies in the same exact spot of the map. I will rather combine them and be able to use the troops more efficiently. Especially if I need to crush some big army of a player, or if I need to go to another spot of the map. Anyways, as you can see, the green player is really making a big mistake by leaving his army in South America blocked. Progressive card games are all about cards, all about taking your opponents out when it's worth for their cards. But how do you supposed to take someone out when majority of your troops are blocked? Well, good for green that he has another 2 armies which aren't blocked, but he should fortify the third one, the biggest one out of the blocked place as well. So he would be more suitable of taking other players out. This is the part of the game when sets have reached extremely big value of troops, so 2 troops every turn by holding South America, don't really give anything for the green player. At this point of the game 2 troops are nothing now, so better he wouldn't care much about holding South America, and instead of that, he would rather locate his army to potentially take someone out. It's only good to keep your army blocked in fixed card games, when cards don't mean that much at all, and where the big part of importance takes the diplomacy. So by keeping your army blocked in fixed card games, you show that you don't want to attack your neighboring players, and in a lot of cases they tend to leave you alone and focus on each other instead, or at least they're not being intimidated of you. So yeah guys, I see I have another opportunity when I can take someone out. Either green, yellow or orange. The green player is my least favorite option, as if I don't want to split my army, then I would need to go through the entire map, meaning that I will capture a lot of territories, so no matter where I would put my army after taking green, my army could become blocked of reaching some player armies, and that would be very bad for me. So I think it would be the best if I go for orange, as after taking him out, I might be able to take the yellow player out as well, if I will have enough troops after trading in a set. But yeah, as you can see I don't have enough of them. Probably shouldn't have used that many troops to crush the orange player in Australia, but I mean I wanted to be absolutely sure that I will take the orange player out. As in case if I failed, then basically I would have lost the game. But yeah, I mean I don't know what I expected by leaving only 23 troops next to yellow, as the max you can get by trading in a set is 60 troops. So it should have been obvious to me that I won't be able to take the yellow player out even before trading in a set. What I was thinking I don't know. But OMG guys. The yellow player has drastically failed of taking the green player out. He crushed 2 of his armies, just to find out what he ended up blocked from the third one. Lol. I think he probably didn't realize that he was blocked of accessing the green player from North America. But epic, what an epic fail lol. But on the other hand it can happen to every and each of us. So yeah. Actually I'm glad that he failed. As now the game is less likely to end up in a stalemate situation. While the blue player is one-carding, and while the green player is one-carding as well it seems. The yellow player is in a potential danger to get eliminated when he reaches 4 cards, so the only real opponent left for me will be purple, and then I think I should deal with him easily as well. Well, probably not so easily, as we will probably have the same number of troops, but I mean I might outsmart him somehow, assuming the blue and green players will continue one-carding. But I mean if these 2 will start getting cards, then they will put themselves in a very big danger and might be eliminated very soon, so yeah, either way would work for me, or unless the purple player eliminates them in case they started getting cards. Alright, so yeah, the green player has actually started getting cards, he just got the second one, 2 more turns and he will have 4. Then if the purple player doesn't take him out, then I will for sure. It's very risky for the green player of getting cards right now, or unless if he has a wild card, so he could trade in a set at 3 cards, but if not, then he will be putting himself in a very big risk if he continues getting cards. And wow, what a good blitz roll guys. As you can see I'm taking the yellow player out. And yeah, I think I have just won this game guys. As I have enough troops to take the purple player out as well. Green and blue are very weak, so after that they won't be a struggle as well. Yeah, I don't know what to say guys. What a terrible blitz roll. No dice, absolutely no dice. When I was finally about to win, the luck has decided to disfavor me. Well, the game still isn't over yet. As you can see I decided to fortify my army next to blue, in case I don't have a set at 4, I will be able to take him out and be safe. Also it might encourage the purple player to take the blue player out by himself. He is only beginner, so he might not realize that it would be a very bad decision for him to take the blue player out, since after doing so, he wouldn't be able to trade in a set. And OMG guys. He actually did it. Lol. Unless you're totally safe, never take someone out if you know that you won't be able to trade in a set in the same turn, or otherwise it will go very wrong for you. After taking the blue player out, the purple player became a very easy target for me to be taken out for his cards. He basically sacrificed himself without even realizing it. So yeah guys, now I'm winning for sure. I have enough troops to take the green player out as well. But even if I hadn't, then I could have just blocked him in South America, and this is another reason why you never want to have your armies blocked, especially when it comes to the endgame. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then I would recommend checking some of these out as well. Watching more videos will help you to progress so much faster.